This is the Optibike R8, one of the highest end, fully featured, custom built in the USA electric bikes. I love the fact that it's full suspension, creates a really smooth ride. I also love the fact that the battery is built right into this frame here. Controller is right here. And this, you can see a cutaway. There's the battery right in sort of the down tube. Control system up here, and then there's all the charging ports and stuff. So that's what it looks like inside. And then you've got kind of like a little cockpit up here, but it's really simple. There's an on switch like that. Got lights. These things are massive. Lot of illumination there. And then you've got an eco and a fast mode, so you can extend the range of your battery. But let me get into the actual specs of this thing real quick. So driving the bike is this mid motor here. It's actually an 800 watt, and depending on whether you're in fast or slow mode, it's going to output 300 watts on eco or 750 watts on power, and that's quite a lot. I mean, this thing offers just, you can wheelie this thing. Now that said, what's actually happening here is it's sort of it's giving the bike the same power that you as a rider would. It's turning this front chain ring, and in so doing, you're actually leveraging the gears in the rear. And that has a couple of advantages and trade-offs. So this bike actually has a roll-off 14-speed geared hub in the rear, so that means you can switch gears like at a stoplight or whatever, and it kind of means that they can keep this chain tighter. It's not going to fall off, and it's just a lot cleaner. So as you're riding along, let's imagine that you're kind of in one of these mid-level gears, like 6 or 7. The motor's going to have a fairly average output, but if you shift up or shift down, that motor, it's going to be spinning at a similar rate, and your speed is going to increase or decrease accordingly. So it's interesting how that works together, and it works well. The one, I guess, call out I would make is that by having this mid motor, what they've done is allowed you to change the tires a lot easier. And I have gotten a flat on an electric bike before, and when you compare a system like this to a system with hub motors, it's just a lot easier to manage. So I do like that. Now this bike is fairly heavy. It's about 59, 60 pounds. But again, it's all aluminum, and it's got an enormous battery. So I talked about the hub there. It's geared 800 watt. The battery is 36 volt, 26 amp hour. So it's almost a kilowatt worth of juice on this thing, and it's get like a 55-mile range. I mean, that's enormous. You can actually use this more like a car or a motorcycle, and when you look at it, it kind of resembles something more like an actual roadworthy vehicle with the fenders and everything. And this one actually has an extra battery attached to the rear, so that's gonna 36 volt, 22 amp hour. So you can almost get this thing up to 2 kilowatt hours worth of juice and go like 100 miles if you wanted, and that's just amazing. Now they've got this really nice front headlight. It doesn't have the same thing in the rear. They do throw in like a kind of a simple LED, red lights for safety, but not quite the same power. If you are driving this on the road, I mean, it can go up to like 28 miles per hour, but that kind of depends on whether or not you're pedaling. This bike doesn't offer pedal assist. It's only twist throttle, and you can see that right here. You just turn that thing and it takes off. We talked about the gears earlier, so you can imagine you're riding this thing, and if you're pedaling along, you're going to top that sort of 22, 23 mile per hour top speed that the motor is geared for. So it's a fairly versatile bike. Let me just hit some of the other specs here. It's got Avid Code, hydraulic disc brakes, 200 millimeter in the front, 180 in the rear. Offers just great stopping power, and that's really important, again, on a 59-pound bike that you might be riding on the road. This extra battery pack, by the way, costs a couple $1,000s more. This is already about a $12,000 bike. I mean, it's expensive, but it's hand-built. And I'm actually going to do a little video on what their shop looks like. It's pretty amazing. These guys are like building these frames from scratch and putting all the parts together. It really shows. I mean, it's high quality, it's durable. They've even got a little kickstand, which I appreciate, because when you've got something that's this nice, you don't want it falling over. The pedals, These things are awesome, like just really large platform for pushing on. Very stiff, the frame, the pedals, everything. And then they've got the little, you can actually screw in the traction screws there too, which is great because if it's snowing or raining or something like that and you still want to get out there, you don't want to slip off the pedal. So I think I've hit most of the specs here. Again, 14 speeds. It pedals pretty well on its own. You've got option for battery pack. It's got the lights and everything. I love Vox shocks. It's got them both front and mid. Lockout on the front, which is great. And that's kind of it. Now, I do want to say before we get on this thing that also they've got the nice chain guard here. It keeps your pants clean. But I do want to say that it's a little bit noisier. These bikes, you hear the whining like as you're riding more than some of the other bikes, especially compared with like a gearless hub motor. Those are almost silent. This is a little bit louder, but it does offer quite a bit of power. So let me just hop on and we will take it for a spin. So I've already hit the on switch. I got the lights on just for safety. Oh, and I should mention, you can get the battery pack out, but it's going to take you 5 or 10 minutes. So this bike is really designed to be charged, in your house or something like that. And given how much you've just spent on the bike, you probably want to keep it inside. Comes with this nice cat eye computer. Oh, and I love these ergon grips. You see this? If you're driving a long way, it's gonna kind of keep your wrist in better shape, and so you don't get that numb feeling. So again, that's how it works. You switch the gears over here, power the bike right here. I'm gonna start in eco mode, and just try to show you. Just going through the grass, and again, this is eco mode, no problem. I'll try to show the other side. Really just trying not to fall off this thing as I'm showing you how the chain turns. And again, there's the twist throttle. Suspension just soaking up all those little bumps. It's a really fun bike and just very impressive piece of technology. They offer a whole range of bikes. Again, this one offers, in terms of the battery, you're going to be able to go further, higher end components on the shocks and stuff. It's got the fenders and stuff. So that's where the R8 comes in. So I just got back and I was asking about the warranty on all of these Optibikes, and the frame gets 1 year. The battery gets an impressive 3-year warranty, which is just awesome. I mean, I know about 2 years even sounds good for a lot of companies, but that's great. I also wanted to call out, it's not just that top switch. There's also a switch down here, and if it's in the middle, that's off. Forward is the front battery pack. All the way back, that's that rear battery pack. For more info on this bike and other Optibikes, check out ElectricBikeReview.com. I'll see you there.